speaking of murdering your friend,
Good transition.
Yeah, please tell me how that one goes.
well,
You're
Valve
gonna
is
have to over the
announcing.
price point.
Yeah. Well, the price point. Well, shit. I mean,
The price,
thinking
the
about it.
entry level price point isn't bad, but for the one that you would actually want to get, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And if you haven't seen the news, Valve is announcing a Stream Deck, which would be a Nintendo Switch-like PC that can play all of Steam games.
Mm-hmm.
Steam,
Which,
Steam Deck.
yeah,
There's
Steam
there's
Deck, not Stream
Steam
Deck.
Deck. My bad. Steam Deck.
Yeah, there is an asterisk there because people have been kind of cracking into the hardware specs and some of the less optimized stuff and much more graphically intensive stuff. Not many people are convinced right now that it's going to handle it very well at all.
But can it run Crisis?
The original, yeah, why not?
Probably.
Your toaster can run Crisis now.
There's also been a lot of like talk with this system itself. So it looks exactly like a Nintendo Switch. It looks like the Switch Pro that Nintendo should have given us, but instead we got the OLED system that no one asked for. The way that this is set up is that you can put it down onto an actual like dock and connect it to a screen or whatever. You can also use a mouse and keyboard with it. You can use a regular controller with it instead of the peripherals that they have on there. It's got input for like touchpad sensitivity. The system looks decent on the outside so far. They've kind of dug into it to where like you can also emulate a bunch of stuff on there. You can actually download emulators. You can access your actual desktop onto it. So with virtual machines like we were talking earlier, guess what? This Nintendo or this not Nintendo system can emulate and play Nintendo games on it. You can only play Ocarina of Time on one of the two systems. Choose wisely.
Yeah, kind of a no-brainer.
But now Steam has tried to enter this with a console genre, console war, I guess, before. Didn't they release a Steam console?
Yes, so they released the Steam console, and it wasn't actually a console. It was them selling you a computer that only could run Steam. And it was basically their like unveiling of Steam Big Picture mode, which is just like full screen. You can access everything just using a controller instead of a mouse and key kind of thing.
Yeah.
And
well, they also
Link.
released. Yeah, they also released the Steam Link, one of these. Literally have one under my desk.
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure a lot of us just have them, and they are all very much just paperweights.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because they were very disappointing immediately.
Yeah. I did get some use out of the Steam Link, and I could potentially see myself setting up something in the future, but the problem of it is just, yeah, all the heavy lifting's done by your PC, and it's very dependent on your home network connection, which ain't that big of a deal these days, but it was so limited in everything that it could do. The streaming throughput, you could have the most beast mode network, but it was still 1080 at 30 at best, like on a good day. And it didn't handle it.
2 solid like sets of uses out of it, one of which got completely negated by the Fire Sticks coming out. I was able to run Plex on it, so I was able to stream any of my movies that I had on my computer onto the Steam Link, and I was able to connect it to the living room instead of my bedroom and play like party games on it, so like Jackbox or something. Kind of a use, yes, but it never had like its light of day like they wanted it to.
Agreed.
Such a disappointment.
Yeah, I mean, this time around, provided you can even get one, because if I'm not mistaken, aren't pre-sales already sold out?
They're not sold out already. You can still pre-order. If I'm not mistaken, let me.
I thought they had a massive upmark on eBay or something.
Yeah, well, people are already selling confirmed. Like, so they get Steam gave you the option, Valve gave you the option to put in a $5 deposit on Steam
Right.
to have a chance to get the first distribution availability
Oh,
of them,
okay.
Yep.
and people are selling confirmed pre-order confirmed deposits that will get in on the first wave for like 4 grand.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm still able to pre-order on the main page right now. The first two are set for Q2 of next year, and the 512 gigabyte one is set for Q3 of next year. And you get an exclusive carrying case with it,
Oh
Oh,
my
and a
god!
virtual keyboard theme.
I'm gonna
oh,
pee my pants.
right. To its credit, though, I mean, I will give it from everything that I've seen thus far. It's nice. It's a nice, on the go sort of solution. The fact that you can tie it into your home network for the heavy lifting, games as well. You can still use it to screen mirror your desktop, which is nice. It's like, oh, you're playing something really intensive. Um, yeah, somebody was even pointing out, games that are very controller specific, like Final Fantasy 14, and I'm bringing that up again. But somebody was like, well, yeah, have Final Fantasy 14 on the go. I'm like, okay, I could see that for your like Hades or something fun you could play on PC with a controller or prefer to play with a controller. Generally speaking, you could have it on the go now, which kind of nice.
I haven't thought about this until just now, but it could be used in place of buying a second PC for a dual PC setup for streaming.
Ah,
Because you would just need
interesting.
to capture it through a capture card,
Mm.
and it
Interesting.
would be its own dedicated PC that's running just the game itself.
I'm intrigued. That is plausible.
Now, I've
Just
seen
a
that
thought.
there's a couple of major games that it won't play because Valve is going to be using a Linux-based software system,
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
and they specifically name a few games like Destiny 2, Apex Legends, PUBG, Smite, Fall Guys, Black Desert Online. They like specifically name those, and it says it has something to do with the anti-cheat software used on those games.
Yeah. The anti-cheat software fucks up a lot of like uses with a lot of different systems. It's a good thing and a bad thing most of the time,
So it's making a lot of major titles not compatible with the Steam Deck.
which
All that
means
really needs
no
to
more
happen.
Fortnite.
I was gonna say, I mean, all that really needs to happen there to make that is just, have them release a Linux uh, build of it, or at least a utilize a Linux capable anti-cheat software, and then just port the code to Linux. It's not impossible, but the onus is on the developers for that one, not Valve.
Mhm.
Yeah. I'm surprised that Destiny doesn't run onto it. They've got that thing running on Stadia. It's got to
Right.
run on like most things. There was a period of time when you can access like Destiny through remote play through your phone.
Yeah.
Good old Google Stadia, the child we forgot we left in the basement.
Hmm. Oh, Stadia. But yeah, no, it looks promising so far. I want to see more about it, and I want to see more hands-on with it.
Yeah.
But
Mhm.
it could potentially be really neat. It could be the first actual decent PC console thing that we've gotten, rather than when they're releasing those Steam OS boxes.
And they're gonna
Yeah.
have to finagle the price though.
I don't know.
I mean, does that
Dependent,
fit?
dependent. It's like the price is warranted for like what it does, I guess. Uh, but I mean, yeah, it could be cheaper. But it's giving you like a dedicated smaller end PC basically.
As I said, like like Apple tried to do with the Mac Mini.
Oh, I thought you meant what Apple tried to do with the Apple gaming TV thing.
Well, see, nobody talks about that.
Hmm. Maybe they should.
Yeah, they should, so these companies learn their lesson to stop doing it.
That's right. Tell them what's up.
I'm still so worried about New World because of Amazon in the same boat. Game looks so good,
Sure
but
it'll be okay.
I don't know. Amazon keeps releasing things and then unreleasing things. Just don't want it to be Crucible all over again.
Oh my
Dear
god.
Lord.
Yeah.
And that's still stuck in my craw because I loved Crucible, man. I loved Crucible, and that's a sore subject for me. I freaking love that game. But damn you, Amazon.
Just some companies need to
They
stop.
They ripped it right out of Moose's hands.
Right? Just like 2K games and Evolve.